American Airlines on Friday officially opened 5 new gates at O'Hare International Airport, the first major expansion of gate capacity in 25 years and what the city is calling the first step in the airport's massive $8.7 billion expansion plan. The 41,000-square-foot El Concourse Gate expansion project was built in 20 months and represents a $78 million investment from American. The new gates serve large regional flights and expand American's gate total at O'Hare to 71 from 66, said American spokeswoman Leslie Scott. At the ceremony, attended by American CEO Doug Parker and several Chicago aldermen, Mayor Rahm Emanuel noted that Friday also marked the end of O'Hare's old 35-year lease agreement with the airlines that operate flights from the airport. New leases signed with the airlines earlier this year are expected to pay for the airport's massive expansion. We begin today writing a new era and a new chapter for the city of Chicago, for O'Hare and obviously for American Airlines, Emanuel said at the event. The new American gates will help improve on-time performance, provide more space for concessions and improve connections for domestic and international flights, according to the airline in the city. Last week, American launched new service to Venice, Italy, and Vancouver, British Columbia. The new gate investment was announced in early 2016 and is part of a $1.3 billion infrastructure plan at the airport that is separate from the larger $8.7 billion project. Chicago Aviation Department Commissioner Ginger Evans has repeatedly stressed that the airport must be ready for a busier future. She said Friday that the airline industry globally will continue to expand, and O'Hare needs to be prepared. We intend to be at the leading edge of serving that demand. Chicago must maintain its leading position in aviation, said Evans. We have to have modern infrastructure and we have to have more gates. Many more gates. What you're seeing today is step one of a very important, long-scale expansion. American had clashed with the city over the expansion proposal, claiming that Emanuel had cut a last-minute secret deal with United Airlines to give the Chicago-based carrier more gates and an unfair advantage. Evans denied the charge, and American, which has a major hub at O'Hare, dropped its opposition in March. The city council then cleared Emanuel to borrow up to $4 billion for the plan, giving him an important win as he heads into his re-election campaign. Travel industry analyst Henry H. Hartveldt, president of San Francisco's Atmosphere Research Group, said Friday's gate expansion is critical to Americans' ability to expand. American has been gate-constrained, said Hartveldt. Chicago O'Hare has been gate-constrained. He said the new gates will allow American to operate potentially 40 or more additional flights a day. From the passenger's standpoint, it might mean a better chance of a last-minute flight, or a better chance of a discounted fare, said Hartveldt. The gates also will give American more flexibility during bad weather, he said. It's good news for O'Hare, for American and for the traveling public, Hartveldt said. But while the extra gates are helpful, it is not a complete solution, he noted. The solution is making sure American and all airlines that serve O'Hare have access to the number of gates they need, and that's what the terminal development is about, Hartveldt said. Chicago's planned 8-year construction proposal for the 73-year-old airport includes a state-of-the-art global terminal, dozens of new gates and several additional concourses. The expansion seeks to transform an airport with a reputation for gridlock and delays by increasing growth in international flights and creating more room for domestic carriers. More gates would allow more flights and help keep planes from getting backed up, while a new international terminal would speed connections between foreign and domestic flights. The full cost of the airport expansion is to be covered by airline ticket fees, with no taxpayer money slated to be used, according to Emanuel. African American and Latino aldermen are expected to keep up the pressure to try to make sure minority businesses and residents get big enough shares of the 60,000 jobs city officials claim will be created through the overhauled. Wisniewski at ChicagoTribune.com. Twitter at MaryWisChicago. Related story: Chicago Airlines nearing $8.5 billion deal to dramatically expand O'Hare, from farmland to global terminal. A visual history of O'Hare International Airport, world's largest passenger aircraft, to begin daily stops at O'Hare.